Opening scene, a hidden marvel in Africa. What if I told you that deep within the heart of Africa, behind towering factory gates rarely glimpsed by the outside world, a technological revolution is unfolding? A breakthrough so profound it could dismantle the global oil industry, render electric vehicle, EV, charging stations obsolete, and redefine the future of transportation. Today, we take you inside Africa's first self-powered electric vehicle factory, a place where the impossible is becoming reality. What we uncovered left the world in awe, skepticism, and undeniable shock. The first glimpse, a factory like no other. The camera sweeps across a sprawling, futuristic facility nestled in an undisclosed location in Africa. The air hums with precision as robotic arms weld intricate components. Automated systems orchestrate a symphony of engineering, and sleek, futuristic cars glide along conveyor belts. These are no ordinary vehicles. They're the world's first self-powered cars, machines that generate their own electricity endlessly, without batteries, fuel, or charging ports. This isn't just a factory. It's a vision pulled straight from a science fiction blockbuster, blending the cutting-edge ambition of Tesla's Gigafactory with the otherworldly allure of futuristic utopia. The vehicles rolling off the line are unlike anything the world has seen. No bulky battery packs, no reliance on external power sources, just silent, relentless innovation. As international journalists from the United States, Europe, and Asia step into the facility, their faces betray a mix of wonder and disbelief. A seasoned reporter from London whispers to her colleague, "If this is real, it changes everything." Another, a veteran engineer from Detroit, shakes his head and mutters, "I spent 30 years designing EV batteries, and these cars don't even need one." The heart of the revolution, a mysterious power source. At the center of the factory floor stands a towering display, a dismantled model of the car's revolutionary self-charging power unit. The engineers, a team of brilliant African innovators, step forward to explain. This isn't powered by gasoline, solar panels, or lithium-ion batteries. Instead, it harnesses what they call free energy principles, a concept long dismissed by mainstream science as impossible, even heretical. The lead engineer, a soft-spoken woman with a commanding presence, addresses the crowd. For decades, the world told us free energy was a fantasy. Today, we prove them wrong. Our system taps into a natural, infinite energy source that surrounds us all, ignored because it threatens the trillion-dollar industries that dominate the globe. The room falls silent. A German journalist scribbles furiously in his notebook, while a tech blogger from Tokyo captures a moment on her phone, whispering into her live stream, "This could be the end of oil as we know it." Global shockwaves. The world reacts. Within hours, news of the factory spreads like wildfire across the globe. Headlines scream across digital screens. Africa unveils world's first self-powered EV factory. Tesla and Toyota engineers speechless after factory tour. Is this the end of oil? Africa's breakthrough could reshape the world. Stock markets tremble as oil prices dip. Investors scramble to understand the implications. Traditional automakers like General Motors and Volkswagen convene emergency board meetings. Some dismiss the technology as a hoax, a publicity stunt. Others, who witness a factory firsthand, know better. "I saw it with my own eyes," a French reporter tells her audience. "Those cars are real, and they're running without stopping." The test track, a moment of truth. The engineers lead the visitors outside to a sprawling, high-security test track, bathed in the golden glow of the African sun. A fleet of sleek, silver self-powered cars lines up. Their designs both futuristic and elegant. The soft hum of their engines is barely audible, yet it carries an unmistakable power. Unbeknownst to the visitors, hidden cameras inside the factory are broadcasting the test live to the world. Within minutes, millions tune in. Social media platforms explode with reactions. This can't be real. It's too good to be true. If this is legit, oil companies are finished. When I buy one of these cars, in boardrooms across New York, London, and Dubai, energy CEOs slam their fists on tables. How had a factory in Africa, hidden from the world's radar, beaten them to a technology they'd promised for decades but never delivered? The expert breakdown, defying science. As the cars continue their relentless run, the lead engineer steps forward to address the growing crowd of reporters. For over a century, the world has been told that free energy is a myth, a pipe dream. But what you're witnessing today proves otherwise. Our vehicles don't rely on finite resources. They tap into an abundant, natural energy source that has always existed, but was suppressed to protect the profits of oil giants and traditional automakers. The crowd gasps. Some reporters scribble furiously, while others stare at the cars zooming by, their eyes welling with tears of awe. A physicist from MIT, invited to the demonstration, shakes his head in disbelief. This defies everything I was taught. If their claims hold up under scrutiny, we're looking at a complete rewrite of energy science. The global backlash, a threat to power. The world superpowers are quick to respond. Governments in the US, China, and Europe demand immediate investigations into the factory. Drones are spotted circling the test track, gathering data. Leaked documents reveal panic among global leaders. One Western energy executive is overheard in a private call. If this technology spreads, our trillion-dollar industry collapses overnight. We need to contain it now. A smear campaign begins almost immediately. Major news outlets, backed by powerful lobbies, publish skeptical headlines. African factory exposed. Is a free energy car a hoax? Experts warn of unscientific claims driving EV frenzy. Hidden fuel tanks? The truth behind Africa's miracle cars. Paid experts flood television screens, dismissing the technology as dangerous and impossible. Yet the live stream of the test track tells a different story. The cars are still running hour after hour with no signs of stopping. The secret meeting, a defiant response. Inside the factory's control room, the engineers gather around a glowing digital map. Red dots blink across the screen, marking surveillance drones and military aircraft circling nearby. The chief inventor, a grizzled veteran of African engineering, speaks with unwavering resolve. They're not here to understand us. They're here to stop us. But they can't. Every second these cars run, the truth spreads further. He taps the map, revealing their next move, a daring plan to send a convoy of self-powered cars on a cross-country journey across Africa. This won't just be a test. It will be a declaration to the world that the technology works, and no amount of skepticism or sabotage can silence it. The convoy begins. A continent rises. At dawn, a fleet of gleaming self-powered vehicles rolls out of the factory gates. Journalists pile into chase cars. Drones hover overhead, and entire villages line the roads to witness history. The cars accelerate effortlessly, devouring miles without a single stop. In small towns, people run alongside, waving flags and chanting, "Africa rises! Africa rises!" The live stream audience swells to tens of millions. Giant screens in cities like Nairobi, Lagos, and Addis Ababa broadcast a journey, with crowds cheering in unison. Africa powers itself. The convoy slices to the continent like a river of silver lightning, each kilometer adding undeniable proof that this is no illusion. The intercept, a darker storm brews. But not everyone is celebrating. High above, foreign surveillance aircraft circle like vultures. Leaked communications between defense departments reveal growing unease. If this continues, Africa will control the future of energy. We must stop it before it spreads. By the second day, unmarked vehicles begin tailing the convoy. Strange drones appear, some broadcasting signals, others attempting to jam the live stream. But the engineers are prepared. Each car is equipped with an encrypted mesh network, allowing them to relay footage directly from vehicle to vehicle, ensuring the world continues to watch. The sabotage attempt, a moment of crisis. As the convoy enters the edge of the Sahara Desert, a sudden blackout hits the live stream. For the first time in days, the world loses the feed. Panic erupts online, with millions typing frantically. What happened to the convoy? Did they shut it down? Is the technology failing? Behind the scenes, advanced jamming technology has been deployed, foreign forces making their move. But the cars keep rolling, their glowing engines cutting through the desert night. Inside the lead vehicle, the chief engineer remains calm. "Let them try," he says softly. The truth cannot be silenced. Breaking the silence, the triumph. Suddenly, the screens flicker back to life. The convoy isn't just moving. It's soaring across the dunes, climbing steep sandbanks, and cruising where no gas-powered vehicle could survive. The sabotage has failed. The technology is unstoppable. As the convoy reaches the edge of Sahara, the chief engineer gives a final order: activate full power. Before the eyes of millions, the vehicles halt, their hoods glowing faintly. Then, in a breathtaking display, each car powers an entire mobile village. Lights flicker on, water pumps hum, refrigerators whir, and a massive outdoor screen displays a single, defiant message: Africa no longer borrows power. Africa is power. The global aftermath. A new dawn. The world is left reeling. Stock markets plunge as oil prices crash overnight. Energy corporations scramble to respond, their emergency meetings stretching into the early hours. But in Africa, the mood is electric. Cities erupt in celebration, with streets filled with music, dance, and pride. For the first time in modern history, the continent has leapfrogged the world's greatest powers with technology no one else can replicate. Airports rename terminals after the invention. Schools introduce new curricula celebrating the engineers behind it. Ordinary Africans stand taller, realizing they are no longer just consumers of the future. They are its creators. The final word, a message to humanity. In a quiet moment after the demonstrations, the chief engineer stands on a factory balcony, gazing over a roaring crowd. His words, broadcast of billions, become immortal. This is not just a car. It is a statement to humanity. The sun does not rise in the West alone. Today, it rises from Africa. The camera pans upward, capturing the convoy's glowing lights cutting through the desert night like a constellation reborn on Earth. As the credits roll, one truth is undeniable. The The self-powered revolution has begun, and the world will never be the same. Call to action. What do you think of Africa's game-changing technology? Could this be the end of oil and traditional EVs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're inspired, and subscribe for more updates on the innovations shaping our future. The revolution is here. Let's talk about it.